Okay, that's it. We're going to try this. Hopefully you guys can hear me. Sorry about the technical difficulty we were having there. If you can hear me, it'd be great if you would just pop in a note to the chat box and let me know. That would be really helpful. Anyway, welcome everybody. I'm really excited to have you join me for this webinar, Mindful Eating, in Charge, Not in Control. You guys are all here for your own reasons. Maybe it's to learn, something for yourself, or something for a loved one or a client, or maybe one of your patients, or maybe you're just kind of curious about what this deal is all about. So whatever your reason is that you've decided to attend here, I really want to thank you for investing in yourself and your health and allowing me this opportunity to share this with you. I hope by the end of our time together today, you'll better be able to understand what mindful eating is all about and how I really think it can lead to a life full of more energy and certainly more freedom. Dieting, as we currently know it, just really is not the answer to achieving better overall health in the long term. But first, we'll take care of some of the logistics about this session and how it's going to go, or how we hope it's going to go, and what you need to know. So today's format, obviously, as you know, is a webinar. So you've all successfully logged into the webinar, maybe more than once, obviously. So I suggest that you keep your link handy in case for some reason you lose your connection. You'll be able to more quickly rejoin our call. So during this session, there are going to be times when I may ask questions that you can answer in your chat box, and I highly encourage you to participate. Really, don't be shy. It just makes this a lot more fun for me, and definitely more interactive for you. If anybody is out there and live, and you can send me a little message to let me know that things are going well here, that would be great. I'm not really sure. It's telling me that it's broadcasting. It's also telling me that you can see my screen, but I don't know if any of that is true. So I'm unsure on my side what's happening, but let me know. So let's just test this out a little bit. Not what I just said, but let's test out this whole dieting thing. I suspect that most of you have been on like at least one diet, and I kind of want to hear from you. So I've been trying to hear from you, and maybe I'm just dreaming here. Because maybe this isn't getting to anybody, but I'm just wondering how many diets you've been on. Like, some of you have probably been on one, or maybe none, or maybe 20. Some of you might think, well, I've been on so many diets, honestly, I could probably be a professional dieter at this point. And you are definitely not alone. Somewhere around 45 million people diet each year, and yet so many people are just still struggling. So I am not going to waste our time together tonight telling you what you should or shouldn't eat, because honestly, we've heard all that before, and yet here we are. So instead, I want you to forget about what you know or what you think you know about eating and exercise for a little while, and see if you can begin to think in a new way. See if we can think about something new. So again, thank you so much for being here and investing your time and your energy, and giving up maybe some of your family time or some of your free time. So I'm Tracy Sisson, and I am really going to make this, do my best, to try to make this worth your while tonight. But first, I want to tell you just a little bit about myself. I'm a licensed Am I Hungry mindful eating group facilitator and a licensed coach, a certified personal trainer, and group exercise instructor. I'm also a wife, a mom to 3 fabulous daughters, and a business owner. So I want to just share with you kind of over the past years that I've been involved in the fitness industry. I've really seen a lot of numbers of trends come and go, and honestly, I've experimented with a number of them myself. But whether it's exercise trends or diet trends or whatever the case may be, but one thing definitely has remained consistent, over all that time and all those changes. And that's just honestly the very real struggle that most of my clients and friends and family and neighbors have with food. Lots of people feel really frustrated. They feel trapped, like they just can't get it together with their diet. These might be people that are athletes, or maybe they're just, regular gym goers, or maybe they don't work out at all. Maybe they're people living in a larger body or running around at their perfect, natural, ideal body weight. It just doesn't even matter. People everywhere are struggling with their relationship with food and are beating themselves up about it every day. So personally, the more I learned and the more, quote, experts I listened to during my own fitness journey, the more crazy my relationship with food became. So I kept thinking, something has to be missing. And I'm sure some of you can relate to this. So let me tell you why I'm teaching this workshop. I had an amazing experience, honestly, the first time I sat and listened to a workshop just like this. And I decided right then and there that I had found the missing answer. So I am here to introduce you to that, and to the best expert that you're ever going to meet, who, when you really take the time to listen and learn from, I am convinced you'll find your own way to break free, and that expert is you. I can't tell you how significant it was for me to realize that I did know what to do, that I did know what my body needed. I just spent years like piling everyone else's ideas and agendas on top of my own intuitive genius, that when my body wanted to tell me something, I just didn't hear it anymore. But even though I'd stopped listening, deep down, like, I knew it was still there. I'm telling you, for me, this was a big moment. And I hope for so many of you that you have the opportunity to experience the same thing. So tonight, I want to share what I consider a potentially life-changing approach. But let me ask you, so many of us know people or are people who struggle with food. But all of you can probably think of at least one person who actually doesn't. Like, it almost seems magical and we don't quite understand it. And we're curious about how they do it. Maybe we might even be a little bit jealous of them. So I want you to think of someone who who manages their eating effortlessly. Choose someone you know well. Maybe it was you before you began struggling with food. Or maybe it's your spouse or your best friend or a coworker. What are their characteristics? Like, think about what their behaviors are, maybe their daily activities, attitudes toward food. Right? If you have any ideas about this, think about what those are. Think of that person. Kind of how do they operate in their life? And if you can't think of someone, think about a young child.